Double busy, getting busy, do. Yo, what's up, it's me, the Double Busy. I want to make a few videos about the mechanics of Crusader Kings 3, because I know that this game is trying to appeal to an even wider audience than Crusader Kings 2 did, and I remember playing that game all the way back in the day. The very first few times I played it, I didn't understand Casus Belli, and I didn't understand why sometimes when your character died, your lands got split up among your sons or your heirs. I think the new succession law system in Crusader Kings 3, well, not necessarily new, but modified succession system, it makes more sense and at the same time kind of doesn't. There are definitely more options in terms of multiple heirs where you have Confederate Partition, and notice it says new titles may be created for younger heirs. Partition, it doesn't say that. And then High Partition, the lion's share of titles goes to your heir and the rest are divided between your children. So it's kind of like varying shades of the same system. And it was called Gavelkind or Gavelkind back in Crusader Kings 2. It's basically the same thing now, but if you're a new player or even if you're an old player, don't be scared. It's not as bad as it sounds. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be the first time. So here's an example. The playthrough I did in Thrindheim, or Thrindalog, where I started as Ronvalder in 867, and now this is, I think it was one of his sons, Grimmer. He ends up being the main character that you take over. Well, they had Confederate Partition. So I started out only with this one county here. So when we're looking here at Confederate Partition, we can see that titles will be divided equally between children. New titles may be created for younger heirs. Okay, and something in Partition, it's basically the exact same thing, but it doesn't say new titles will be created. And then in High Partition, it says the lion's share of titles goes to the heir, the rest will be divided among your children. So at least for Confederate and Partition, it's going to be even. Well, what happened in this playthrough, I started as Ronvalder in Thrindheim and expanded and took over all of Thrindalog, that's a duchy level, and I also took over Jomtland, and so it was one big giant thing. But I went ahead and made both Jarldoms or duchy level titles. So when my character passed away, one son got Thrindalog and that county. And he actually got, the Jarldom and the chiefdom. And then this son got the other Jarldom and a chiefdom. And then all the other brothers got like one county, kind of randomly dispersed throughout there. So if those heirs are at the same level, they will split and become independent of each other. So if you're wanting to keep lands together while you're in a tribal system that has Confederate Partition or probably even regular partition, you're going to have to either be a Jarl and only have one title for a Jarldom, or you could be a king and only have one king title. Or you can just go into it knowing that it's going to split and it's going to turn into wars, and maybe that's part of the storyline about, brothers going to war over lands, which is something that definitely did happen in history. As for High Partition, I don't know, because I haven't had anyone in that yet, so I'll have to experiment with that in the future. But for the Confederate Partition and regular partition, if they are at the same level, they're definitely going to split. Alright. So thanks for knowing that. Have fun playing with that. Either try to control your lands with an iron fist by only having one title at the highest level, whether that's the duchy level or the kingdom level or maybe even the empire level. Or go into it knowing they're going to split and have quote-unquote fun with that. Double busy, getting busy, do.